Chelsea Football Club 4, Man United 0. What a game. Hello everyone, it is OzNozHD. Welcome to another video today. I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I didn't vlog the game. I'll get into that towards the end of this video. But I need to talk about it. Chelsea have beaten Manchester United. Jose Mourinho's Manchester United 4-0. And it is a bit of a shock to me, I'll be honest. Before the game, I was as nervous as I probably was for the Champions League final. I know there was a lot riding on the match. I didn't want to... the thing is, I don't really hate Jose Mourinho. He's done so many amazing things for the club. But you kind of just want to do good against him. A lot of those players towards the end of Mourinho's second spell at Chelsea kind of fell out of him. And I'm sure loads of them wanted to prove that they're a great squad, and with different management, Antonio Conte's management, they can do unbelievably. So let's start by talking about the match. Now the match, first of all, was, as I said, I was very nervous. So going into the match, you know, had food before, met George Benson, aka Herder of Buffalo. That was lovely to meet him. And then we went into the match and we sat down, kicked off. Within 1 minute of the game, Pedro had scored. A little pass from Alonso, and then he just took it past Herrera and scored. I'd lost my voice by the second minute. It was an absolute beauty of a goal, and something that was key to us winning the match, because as Mourinho said in his after interview, he came there with a plan, but you can't really do a plan if you're 1-0 down in the first minute. So that was a crucial goal to get, and the atmosphere at the bridge was unbelievable. Some of the best I've ever seen it. It goes up there with the good Champions League nights at Stamford Bridge. So that was a great start to the match, and then we go on to score another one. So it's 2-0, and by that time it's half time, and that was just a bit of a scrappy goal, but a goal nevertheless by Gary Cahill. Going into half time, pretty confident, but you do have to remember, there was a game at Stamford Bridge not too long ago where Chelsea went 3-0 up, and then 2 penalties and a Chicharito Hernandez goal meant it was 3-3 after all. So they can come back, and especially Mourinho, he could have a surprise in store. So I was still a bit cautious. And then the game kept going, got a bit later into the match. Hazard scores a beautiful goal, passed the ball from Matic. By the way, Nemanja Matic is the player with the most assists in the Premier League. Who would have thought that with his performances at the beginning of the season and the latter end of last season? In fact, the whole of last season. But yeah, brilliant, nice little goal, and a little finesse into the bottom right corner. And then last but not least, N'Golo Kante, or shall I say N'Golo Messi or Lionel Kante. What a goal. Let's be honest, you watching this did not think Kante had that in his locker. What a goal. Dribble pass, sent Chris Smalling down to the chippy, and then just finessed it in. Not finessed it in, just passed it into the bottom left corner. It was an absolutely delightful finish, and that's sealed up the match really. I think in the first half it could have been 3 or 4, and it was just a phenomenal display by Chelsea. Now watching Chelsea at the moment is just unbelievable for me, especially since we moved to the formation of 3-4-3. This is Antonio Conte's famous position. He's worked with that formation for 18 of the last 20 years in management. I believe that's the stat, and you can see he knows how it works, and for Chelsea especially, it is perfection. Running through the team for Courtois, it's amazing because he has a solid defence around him. He can play out from the back more, and he has just more protection. Centre-backs, Luiz as the middle centre-back can literally just control the game like a quarterback in American football, distributing it. Gary Cahill has more support, and he can just play on the left centre-back. And then Azpilicueta on the right centre-back. I didn't think he'd be good for that job. I thought it'd be too short. Ibra was on him all day, and Azpilicueta needs to go home and reach to his back pocket, and he's going to find Ibra there, because Ibra had a completely quiet match. Not as quiet as a particular person, but I'll get onto that later. And yeah, it was astonishing. And then right back, or right wing back, Moses, player of the season so far, apart from maybe Kante. He's absolutely rapid, so direct, so powerful. And Alonso on the other wing. Those two, the right wing back and the left wing back, have been sensational for Chelsea this year. Or so far in the last couple of games, they're literally game changers, and they're changing things up. Midfield, Kante and Matic, two very opposite players, but they work, opposites attract, you know, and they work perfectly together. And they've been absolutely amazing so far. And they're kicking out Fabregas, who is a player I love, but I don't think Fabregas would fit that role. But those two just run the midfield so perfectly, and it's just brilliant. And then, of course, having a nice defensive structure means that Hazard, Costa, and whoever the other player is, be that Pedro today or Willian or who knows, it means they have so much more freedom. Costa isn't left up front on his own. Hazard, literally, he can do whatever he likes. He can go wherever he wants, and that freedom allows Hazard to try and become one of the best players in the world. He's just, with that freedom, it means he can just do whatever he wants. Costa is playing brilliantly. He's the top scorer in the Premier League, so we have both the top scorer and the top most assists, which is amazing. And that the manager as well, Conte, towards the end of the match, he was getting everyone hyped up. It was brilliant, and it's just so nice to see a manager with passion, good tactics. It was a tactical masterclass, let's be honest. Conte has beaten Mourinho, and moving on to Manchester United now. Mourinho is not the special one. I think we can all admit, even Manchester United fans, he's lost it. I just don't think he knows what to do with a Man U squad of that ridiculous value. And I think ever since halfway through the season that he won with Chelsea in 2014-15, yeah, 2014-15, it's gone downhill from there. He's just no longer the manager he is, and that's sad to see. But you know, he's not. But there's one person at Manchester who we need to talk about, and that is £89 million signing Paul Pogba. He was so quiet, it is ridiculous. Now, if you're going to pay that much money for that kind of player, it is ludicrous. He was playing attacking midfielder, so now the excuse of him playing defensive midfielder is out the window. He didn't make one attacking chance in the entire game. This guy is £89 million or euros, not quite sure, and he didn't make one attacking chance, and he's the attacking mid with Zlatan Ibrahimovic up front, Rashford and like Jesse Lingard, promising players around him. Surely you can thread a pass together. That's an attacking chance. He was literally awful, and although he played well on Thursday night, which is Europa League after all, it was just a pretty awful performance. And if I was Mourinho, I would have taken Pogba off at half-time, kept Fellaini on. I was scared of Fellaini, if I'm being honest. Wasn't scared of Pogba whatsoever. But yeah, I think it was a case of Chelsea playing really well and Man United playing very mediocre. They weren't bad, they were just mediocre, and Chelsea were just, if I don't mind saying so myself, they were truly unbelievable. And I'm absolutely hyped. The atmosphere was amazing. And yeah, great game, best of the season, and I think we can push to the not top of the league, but we can challenge for the title certainly. That's what that proved today. The last thing I want to say is I didn't vlog the match, as I said, and I've decided that I'm not going to be vlogging all the matches this season. I'll only be vlogging some of them, because especially this match, I'm so glad I didn't vlog it, because if I was watching the whole game through my phone, it would have been a good experience, and I really need to, you know, live these moments and live these fantastic moments in the club. But I will be vlogging some matches, like I've got 2 away games, so I'll probably be vlogging those. And yeah, and also the reception of the vlogs hasn't been the greatest, so I need to try and improve them and sort them out so they can be better. But yeah, I really hope you have enjoyed this video. Please make sure you smash the like button, subscribe down below, of course, if you are new. And yeah, that's all. That's going to be all from me. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome and good. Bye.